Jeffrey wakes up at 3 p.m. As soon as he wakes up, he can't even move his hand. He feels so lethargic and so weak, so unenergetic. So what he does, he grabs his phone, opens up TikTok, and watches TikToks of aspects and podcast clips for the next 2 hours. Right after that, he eats a shitload of breakfast, and then he jerks off all day and plays video games. And then he asks himself, why can't I manage my time? Why don't I have time left in the day to tend to myself, to do my own work? But on the other side of the spectrum, we have Adonis. Adonis is a productive child. He's super disciplined and he's super consistent. He wakes up at 5 a.m. every single day to get straight to work. He doesn't need to manage his time because he knows how to make time and he knows the value of time, and that is exactly why he is more productive and more disciplined than Jeffrey. Why can't we all be like Adonis? I'll tell you a story. When I was 14 years old, I used to be a Jeffrey, worse than Jeffrey. I didn't manage my time at all. Like, imagine this was what my day looked like. I woke up at 7 a.m. Okay, 7 a.m. I woke up, felt lethargic, okay, couldn't even get up. So I forced myself to get up, go to the washroom, bathroom, and wash my face, even though I didn't want to go to school. And then I went outside, ate that shitty, sugary cereal, and right after that, I changed into my uniform and went to school. Coming back from school, the first thing I did was shower and then watch YouTube videos all day while eating food. I spend most of my time consuming content, and not good content, not like Alex Hormozy or Hamza or Iman Gaji, bad content, super low quality, uneducational content. I spend at least 8 hours a day watching this kind of content. Like imagine just you don't even have the ability to manage your time. You can't control your time. You can't grasp your time. You you have strings attached to yourself. You can't control your time, and that is exactly why I couldn't get good grades, I couldn't make any money online, and I couldn't get a good physique at that time. But then I changed by learning how to manage my time productively, and I'm here to show you the same thing. But before we get to that, I want to tell you about something else. By clicking the top link in the description down below, you can book a free call with me to fix your discipline, consistency, and productivity. And by clicking the second link in the description down below, you can subscribe to my daily email newsletter for more productivity insights just like this in your inbox every single day. So if you're interested in any of that, check the description down below right now. So let's begin. How to manage your time productively. Number one, value your time. As you as you heard the story which I just told you about me waking up at 7 a.m. and getting ready for school even if I didn't want to. At that time I didn't value my time. I didn't value my time at all. And you have to understand that when you don't value time, time doesn't value you, time doesn't support you. Because what you sow, you reap. What seed you sow, you reap. If you sow the seeds of the mismanagement of time, you will get unlucky because you can't manage your time effectively. So, the first step to manage your time effectively is understanding that your time has a value. To assign it a value, ask yourself, how much does an hour of your time cost? Minus $10,000? I don't give a shit about what you think. Minus $10,000. Yours may be different. Put a price tag on an hour of your time, and that is the worth of an hour of your time. And if things cost less than this worth, they are not worth doing. They're literally not worth doing. You either delegate them to someone else, like assign them to someone else, or just don't do them at all. So value your time. Understand that you have a limited amount of this stuff and you may lose it anytime soon. So value it. Moving on. You have to make time. I'll tell you a story. This is from 2 years ago. I used to be like the Jeffrey, waking up at school and all that. And I got bad grades, and then I asked myself, why did I get bad grades? And being a Jeffrey like I was, I told myself, oh, I'm just bad at school, and I don't have the time in the day. I don't have the time in the day. Motherfucker, I used to spend hours upon hours watching content on YouTube, and I didn't have time in the day. I had so much fucking time in the day. I just didn't value my time. I just didn't make time. Because I see so many bad motherfuckers out there. So many people who have lost the ability to think for themselves, they let others think for themselves. And when you give your life to the hands of others, they can't make good decisions. Take control of your life. People have lost control of their life, and it's all because of one simple reason. You are wasting your time all because of one simple reason. It's social media. Social media is destroying society. People are killing themselves because of social media. People are committing suicide because of social media. People have stopped caring about themselves. People have stopped thinking about themselves. Those people around them, they have stopped thinking about them. Instead, they just think about what The Rock is doing. Like, what the fuck? This shit doesn't work. And me and you, we have to gang up together to go on a war against social media for the betterment of society and for the betterment of those around us, for the betterment of your family, for the betterment of the women around us, for the betterment of the men around us, for the betterment of the children around us. Because the world was better before social media existed. Understand that, and understand that it is the biggest enemy of our time, and it is our enemy, and we have to eliminate it from society. Moving on. Wake up early. I'll tell you a story. So I told you about how I was a Jeffrey and I woke up at 7 a.m. to go to school and all of that. But last year, I, for the first time in my life, woke up at 5 a.m. to actually work, and before school. This was like 2 hours before school. I woke up at 5 a.m. Of course, it was hard. Of course, I had to push myself. But damn, did it feel super good to wake up at that time and grind. It just feels super good to just wake up early and take action towards your goals. It just feels super good. And you have to do that too. Start waking up early. This is the best way to make time in the day. Start waking up early. Especially like if you have a job or if you have school, start waking up early. Start utilizing your energy. Because I see so many motherfuckers out there, they don't value their time, they don't have to make time, they don't wake up early in the morning to get to work, and then they tell themselves, I can't accomplish my goals, I don't have the time to work on them. Bro, if you just wake up 2 hours earlier before you wake up for school, then you will have so much time in the day, you will have so much energy to work on your goals. So why don't the people do that? Why don't you do that? Why don't the people around us do it? Because they're pussies, they're jack-offs, they don't have the ability to think for themselves. That's exactly why they don't wake up early. Because if you look at our ancestors, They woke up before sunrise to go hunt for the tribe because the tribe didn't have food. They woke up at that time and went to hunt for the tribe. And when you're waking up early, another pro tip here is to not eat breakfast until you're done with at least two of your main goals. Then and only you can eat breakfast. So why is waking up early so important? Why is waking up early and getting straight to your goals so important and so productive? Because as soon as you wake up, you have 100% of your energy in check. But then when you wake up at 7 a.m. and all of that, you waste that energy on random shit like getting ready for school. That is not a productive use of your energy. So instead, what you do is that you wake up at 5 a.m., 2 hours before 7 a.m., to get to work, to use your hours productively, to use your energy productively, to make the most of that fuel tank which you have inside yourself. Moving on. Say no. Learn to say no. This is actually a story from yesterday. So I have this friend. He's a really good friend. We like to talk about business. We have also ran multiple businesses together. And he asked me that, do you want to continue our TikTok business? So we made slideshows on TikTok. So I I had to muster up the ability to tell him that no, I don't want to continue it. It's just a waste of time. And he agreed, gladly agreed, because it was wasting my time a lot. It was wasting an hour of my time. I could have spent that hour on so much better things. So learn to say no. Learn to say no to the things which don't make a positive difference to your life, which either don't make a positive difference to your life or don't make you productive. If a thing doesn't do these two things, doesn't make you productive and doesn't make a positive difference to your life, then you shouldn't do it. Then you shouldn't say yes to it. So understand that. You don't have to say yes to everything. You're not a kid anymore. Learn to think for yourself. Now I know that the world is hard for you. The world was hard for me when I was starting out, but bro, you also have to understand that this world is supposed to be hard. God made this world hard to make people like us, to people like make people like me, make people like you, because He wants us to become bad motherfuckers, to be different from society, to be glitches in the matrix. He wants us to become like this, and I gladly agree with Him. I also want to become a glitch in the matrix, different from the rest, better than everyone else. What do you do to do that? Start improving yourself every single day. You start working on yourself every single day. Start changing your habits every single day. You start becoming productive. You manage your time well. That is how you start. Because you also have to understand that change is inevitable and change will happen either if you want it or not. And it will happen either for two options, the good or the bad. If you don't want to end up in a bad place in life, you have to go for the good side of change. So start changing yourself for good. Start implementing the things which I told you about in this video. Start becoming productive and disciplined. Click the first link in the description down below to book a free call with me, and click the second link in the description down below to subscribe to my daily email newsletter. Thank you for watching, and remember, action over words.